3 days later, I was in northern Bangkok. It was 98 degrees in the shade, and I'd been sitting with my legs crossed for 2 hours underneath a canopy of trees that were home to the eardrum-popping sound of cicadas. There was a massive bowl of Thai food in front of me. As I stared at this generous helping of food, I tried to muster the energy to pick up my spoon and fork to eat. You see, I hadn't eaten for the past 24 hours. This would be my only meal until the next 24 hours. I recognized the importance of this bowl of food, yet eating had become an arduous chore only for survival. Between forcing those last spoonfuls of food down my throat and realizing I couldn't stand up because both legs had fallen asleep, I tried to remember when I thought this would be a good idea. Wat Sangathan is a monastery located about 1 hour north of Bangkok. I took the Chao Phraya ferry to get there. When I arrived at the dock, it was about a 10-minute walk through a forested area. This monastery was actually a vast compound. When I arrived, I was put in the care of a friendly lady who went by the name of Pookie. That was indeed her nickname. I was asked to change into an all-white outfit that I was to wear every day of my stay. I was shown to my room right after and was quite surprised because it was a lovely room and I had it all to myself. Upon settling in, I was required to take an oath promising to follow the rules. Most were obvious, such as no drinking and no smoking. There were also the rules of no talking and eating only one meal daily. In all honesty, I was quite looking forward to the silence. I have always thought there was far more talking than necessary in the world. As for the one meal a day, this was big. I wasn't sure if I could make it, but I figured you never know until you try, and besides, if I were to keel over from weakness, they wouldn't just let me lie there and starve to death, would they? Once all the formalities were finished, it was time to get into the swing of things. It was a simple schedule. Most activities took place outside in the big square. At 4:30 a.m., the chanting began and was followed by meditation. Mid-morning was for tidying up. At 10:30 a.m., it was mealtime, buffet style. Then there was afternoon meditation followed by a long rest. At 7 p.m., it was time for more meditation, with bedtime following right after. On paper, it sounded easy enough, right? As for early morning meditation, well, let's see. While I am a morning person, waking up at 4 a.m. was quite challenging. But because of the intense heat, this was really the only time when one could meditate with some comfort. Walking in the darkness with everyone dressed in all white to the main temple to pray was intimidating and unforgettable. We could hear the chants for the call to prayer as we all walked along a broad, lantern-lit path with strong fumes of incense taking over the air, almost engulfing us. As for the mealtime buffet, the food was delicious. Once we received our food, we sat outside, cross-legged, and ate our meal together. There was more meditation and some rest. After, of course, there was more meditation. One of the best parts of this meditation retreat was the daily meeting with a monk who spoke English. At this monastery, there were very few foreigners. Because of that, we foreigners met for an hour every evening with the monk for meditation guidance. Just being in the monk's presence and being able to ask him any questions I wanted was a privilege I will always cherish. At the monastery, despite the small challenges I went through to stay comfortable, I felt very fortunate to be able to participate in such an intense environment. While there, I don't think I ever felt safer. I don't necessarily mean safe from crime, but I felt an overall calmness that allowed me to float over the minutiae we humans struggle with daily. It had much to do with surrendering control. Ultimately, we don't have control over anyone or anything. The only power we have is over our own actions. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded that we don't know what is in store for the future. It's out of our hands. The past is finished. All we have is now. Forget past setbacks. Forget everything. We need to live in the now, the moment. I don't always live in the now, but gradually I've improved. I came to the monastery to decide whether or not to accept Barney's offer to go to France. When I left, I decided to just go with the flow, and that it's not always necessary to just stick with the plan. Needing a plan and sticking to a program had always been essential for me to function. After all, deep down, I was still an architect in my mind. We follow plans and schedules. What do you expect? So, given this new line of reasoning, if I've been offered an opportunity to do something I've never done before and to embark on a path that may take me someplace I've never been, I should snap up that opportunity. Maybe it will lead me to where I truly want to be. Or perhaps it'll lead me straight to hell. But I wasn't going to think like that. I was in a happy place after leaving the monastery. As soon as I returned, I accepted Barney's offer, and within a couple of days, he put me and Iris on a plane to France. This was a critical turning point in my life as I was about to enter Barney's wild, ruleless universe.